Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Make It Make, where I always try to encourage you, if you can't get it to make, then make it make. I'm hoping that these microphones work. I had a set before, but they weren't as nice as these. So hopefully these will be better and I won't have so many volume problems. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm gonna plant some potatoes. I've never planted potatoes before. And these are 5-gallon buckets. I'm going to use some Pro Mix, which is a really good growing medium, along with some peat moss. I would have loved to have had my manure. Imagine that, saying that you would love your manure. But for some reason, I cannot find the bag to save for the life of me. Isn't that crazy? I don't know how you lose a bag of manure. No clue. Pretty sure the kids didn't get to it. And my other bag of peat moss, can't seem to find that either. I don't know what's going on. But I figured I'd talk about how sobriety's going. And I have my good, victorious days. And I have my bad days. Today's a bad day. So, with that said, I figured, you know what? Why don't I talk to people and tell them what it's like on my bad days and what I do to try to help myself when I really would like to have a drink. I'm putting the peat moss in first in these bags. I try to keep myself as busy as possible when I especially am having a craving. And I do try to talk to people when I can about it. Sometimes sleep. I mean, I obviously pray a lot, but sometimes I just want to sleep because I don't have to think about it. And I feel like the pain goes away when I sleep. I'm going to take these guys here and just pop them in. I'll give you a close-up. These are huge. Now, I've never planted potatoes before, but because I might only put like 3 to a bag. So I'm going to take my Pro Mix and just put it right on top, just barely covering the potatoes. That's good. And I'm going to do the same thing with the next one. I'm not filling it up the whole way to the top because apparently you just have to wait for this layer to grow the greens. And then once you start to see the leaves, the stems starting to grow back up, then you start adding more soil. This video is not really a tutorial. But if you would like to give me some pointers on planting potatoes, that'd be great. I am never above learning. I did talk about prayer when I get this way with wanting to have a drink. So I try to pray. Days like today, I'm not saying that prayer doesn't help. I'm just telling you, I feel like prayer isn't working. And that's like probably super horrible for me to say, but I'm just being honest. I think God appreciates our honesty for sure. And put some more potatoes in here. I mean, I know that getting into the Word is going to help me more. I am trying. And I guess there's just not like a whole lot to really say other than I have bad days, just like everyone else that deals with things, whether it be food, cigarettes, and other addictions. And these are the days that make me want to cry. These are the days that make me want to give up. But I'm obviously not going to do that. But I was like praying a couple hours ago and I was like, man, Lord, I'm so tired of dealing with addiction. Now, mind you, I'm having a bad day. Okay, let's make this very clear. It's not like I wake up every day and I feel this way. I mostly have really good days, and I'm so thankful for that. But I just wanted to, again, let you know that the person in your life that could be dealing with addiction, that just because they have, a good chunk of months where it's really, really good, doesn't mean that they still may not have a moment or two or a day or two where it could be really hard, where it sort of rears its ugly head back again and tries to, tempt you. So most of the times when I have a bad day, I I try to keep busy. Like I said, sorry to sound so repetitive, but I try to keep busy. Do I have another bag? I think I need one more bag because I got 3 more potatoes. Here we go. You probably won't see me pot this because I'm just going to talk. Put my gloves back on again because, like an idiot, I shouldn't say like an idiot because I like this. I did my nails. Aren't they so beautiful? So natural. But they're like daggers, man. And I don't know what I was thinking because nails just don't fit my lifestyle. I love doing nails and all that stuff, but I'm always working. So when you work so much with your hands, nails just they're not very fitting. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm still gonna do it. That's another thing I'll do is I'll go and I'll make some press on nails, which by the way, that channel's not doing too well. I don't know what I was thinking, quite honestly. I just, whatever, we'll see. Another thing that gets me is that I like myself so much better when I'm sober. And you know what? I don't even know what to say anymore. I actually don't even know if I'm going to post this video because today is just such a painful day with addiction. And I guess I just wanted to be with somebody. Even if it's on screen, don't feel sorry for me. I'm okay. But I'm also thankful for it. Like, I know that sounds so ridiculous, but I am also thankful for this thorn on my side, if you will, because it just keeps reminding me of who what I dealt with. It also shows me that I'm just so much more productive without it. It forces me to, again, feel my emotions very raw, very real. It forces me to be present, because when you drink, just time just slows down, and it feels good to your brain. And there's something that alcohol does where it just almost separates you from reality, even though you're there, but it just does this like separation in your brain that you just don't feel as hard. At least that's what it did for me. And I value my life. And I think that this may sound super crazy, but I've always felt like I've had this superpower. And if you've ever seen the movie The Green Mile, this is what I'm talking about. It's like he absorbed people's emotions, okay? And that's the empath in me. When I drink, I'm not a really good absorber. Not that that's a good thing to absorb, because you have to be able to purge at some point. But I wasn't as much of an empath drinking than I am when I'm not drinking. And I think that that's important, because being an empath and having that in my life particularly is a gift from God, to be able to sit with another person that's hurting and to be able to feel their heart and genuinely have compassion and love for that person, even if I don't know them. And so, when I drink, it would dull that, well, for me. It would take that away. So I hope I'm not coming off too negative here. I do want to help, but I don't want to act like, oh, guess what? I got sober and all life is so great and it's wonderful and this is that. Well, I mean, we have our bad days too. And the hurting's just hard. So I ask for prayer for that. If you're someone who prays, I would really ask for prayer for that. Oh, I'm being so vulnerable in this video. I hope these potatoes grow. Onions look pretty good. You see that? Not too bad. Are they supposed to be this tall? I'm wondering if I planted them too early. Garden's not looking too good. I got too excited. Things died. I always try to keep it real on this channel. Some of the stuff I planted already died. So there's that. Got too anxious. I got too way ahead of myself. So, okay, let's end this video. I do have some things coming up for y'all that I think is going to be fun. I do thank God that I am sober. Again, not every day is a battle, but today was. Can't wait to go to bed. I think I'll watch some Little House on the Prairie, something wholesome, something that's good for my soul. Something that's going to edify me in Christ is always and will be the number one thing that helps me. So, all right, guys, as always, take care. Stay strong. Jesus is real, and God bless.